We want to record this as well. Okay. Thank you.
Paula, I'll be the timer since you are focusing on evaluating, so don't worry. And they all know I've trained them on 5 minutes, on 3 minutes, so they know how strict I am. When I say stop, they stop. So I'm gonna start the timer now, and you can go ahead. Your time starts now.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm Jemrad Ragut. I'm from Madagascar, and today I will talk about the role of climate education, the promotion of climate education through Innovation Hub in Madagascar. So today we are going to explore the potential of Climate Innovation Hub to address climate change impact and also to promote a sustainable development. So as you know, Madagascar is a rich country in biodiversity, and the country is very highly vulnerable to the climate change impact. So the solution is an innovation hub that focuses on climate education and action. It can promote sustainable development by utilizing technology, indigenous knowledge, and also the potential of young people. One of the benefits of this solution is that it produces solutions that are relevant to the local context. And also the country, 80% of the population is formed by youth. So the solution focus on engaging young people to play an active role in the climate action through a capacity building program, and also the promotion of entrepreneurship in different areas like renewable energy, sustainable tourism. And to reach that goal, we need public education campaign so that everyone in the urban area or also in the campaign know about the climate change issue. So if they are aware of the climate change issue, they can take action to address it after that. And to be effective, that solution needs effective partnership with school, with research institution, university, and global climate funds. And also, the essential part is to include women in the innovation hub, because women have great potential that need to be developed in this solution. This is an example of the potential of this climate innovation hub. As you see, you can develop climate smart farming techniques and technology, because we know that Madagascar has a huge farming area. So we can use that technology to develop, to increase the production. And also now we have a problem with the energy sector. The solution can help to find a solution in the renewable energy using solar, wind, biogas, and so on. And also it can help to promote ecotourism, because we have to equip the young people that we want, that young people who want to do entrepreneurship in the ecotourism. with the knowledge, with the techniques and business, and how to develop their project. So the focal point of the solution is that it develop solution that it is adapted to the local context. Thank you for listening. This is the end of my presentation.
Which is right on time. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. So we move over now to Ramanantoanina with the project the ecological solidarity farm role in climate adaptation. So please, this is your floor now. Andrea Nina. Is Andrea Nina not here?
I don't see her name in the participants list.
Yeah. So then we move on. We're going to move on then to the next participant on the project Agricultural Livestock Productivity and Bioorganic Waste Management for a Better Life. And I see you're ready to press start. So yeah. I'm going to allow you to share your screen now, and then we start.
Okay, so hello everyone. Can I turn off my camera because actually my my internet is not very good. So okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Actually, your internet was okay at the time. It's always good to show your face when you pitch, but if you mask, it's okay.
Okay, so I can try to. The thing is that I'm not in Madagascar. Actually, I'm in Nairobi for the African Climate Summit, and I had to go back to my hotel to do the pitches because the Wi-Fi in the summit was very bad.
Okay, well, we can hear you perfectly now. So why don't you just go ahead, and then we can tell you if there's challenges.
Can you tell me?
I'm gonna start you now.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Nia Ronjiamiarsu. I'm actually the president of Climate Madagascar, an association which fights against climate change. And today I'm going to present you my project. This photo was taken in one of the African continents, yet in Madagascar, we are facing the same issues. On the one hand, organic waste is constantly increasing, and yet on the other, thousands of children are suffering from famine and malnutrition. Indeed, food waste costs around $1 trillion per year, especially in Africa. 230 million tons of food per annum are thrown away, and in Madagascar, yearly, it represents more than 300 soccer fields raised to meter hay. So it's very damaging. But nothing is played out yet because we found a solution, a business competitor solution with circular economy, less cost with more profit, a decent job with fair revenue, which will reduce the carbon dioxide emission by 50% by 2030. You're probably wondering how. So the solution is the biofarm waste as an engaging solution. Firstly, we're going to do a bio-waste management services and to use the black soldier fly as a bioconversion agent and to transform this waste into a protein feed for animals and fertilizer for plants. I'm going to show you how is this possible. With just 25 kilo of waste inputs, combined with just 1 kilo of booster of black soldier fly, we can actually gain 100 kilo of outputs. So our main products are basically 3 categories. 1, the bioproducts we feed for animals and fertilizer for plants. 2, a biokit, so the black soldier fly system. Thirdly, the biospaces, we're going to sold larvae, eggs, and adult from black soldier fly. Our target market and sales projection is that there's 40% of margin with bio-waste against bioproduct. And it's an innovative project because we are using bioorganic as the main resources of endless waste. So this project will improve the life of 82% of Malagasy people around the world. For this project, we need a $101,600 on 2-year operational growth stage. We want to work with many partnerships in all over the world to supply biomaterials, bioequipment, to support on capacity building and supply of expertise. To conclude, I'd like to highlight the quote from Antoine Lavoisier, who once said, "Nothing is created, nothing is lost, everything is transformed." So our goal is to reverse the trend of bio-waste problem and carbon dioxide emission. That was the end of my presentation. Thank you for hearing. And I'd like to say that it was a great opportunity for me to be with you during all this month. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was done with a minute to spare. You were closer to that 3-minute practice period.
Yeah.
So well done. We will now move over. Thank you very much for the presentation. We'll now move over to Mirana, who will take us through a project titled Waste Management for Sorting and Composing in Sub-Urban Community of Antananarivo. So Elodia, I can see you are ready and smiling, so you can please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
So my name is Elodia Kutmandimbi, and today
Sorry, Elodia, sorry. Maybe
I'm
you can
gonna-
make your screen full. Just make it on full screen mode. That's
okay.
perfect. So the judges can see properly. Okay, you can go ahead now.
Okay. So my name is Elodia Kutmandimbi, and today I'm gonna present you my solution, which is about waste management for sorting and composting in a suburban community of the capital of Madagascar. So every year, tons of garbages are discarded by the population of Madagascar, which contribute to more than 500 gigograms of greenhouse gases. Well, it can be used for the good of the population. The country NDC put the waste as a priority sector and aim to composting of organic waste generated by households. in the peripheral areas, the municipality and a local community do not have waste management policy, nor they don't also have public waste disposals. So the garbage in those localities are just thrown away in the alleyways or in public places in the roads. So this community that is targeted is discarding around 6 tons of waste per month, which is either incinerated or just put in the disposals, and that affect the population's living. So to avoid this problem, the best solution is to compost. But composting starts first by educating the population with awareness raising session and also training them for sorting the waste, and also giving them all the knowledge about composting, which can reduce by 75% the amount of waste put in disposals. And along with that, 120 color community bins can be installed in the community of 5 to 10 households, and the organic waste collected from these bins will be composted. But as compost takes time to mature, it will take about 3 months to get 500 kilograms a month of compost. And the compost that will be produced by these bins will be sold at their price at in 2020, which was 500 ariary per kilograms, when a kilogram of chemical fertilizer is about 10 times expensive than this. So the population will be involved in the process, because the sorting starts by each household, and also they will pay the monthly contribution for the collectors, for the waste collectors from each household. And the benefit of this project is about waste reduction. About 4,000 people will benefit from a clean village. And also farmers will have compost to use as fertilizer. And also the population will be able to participate in the waste management of their community. And also there will be a job created for this project. That is all I have to say. Thank you for listening to me.
Brilliant. That was done with a few seconds to spare. So well done and congratulations. We are now done with round one of the amazing pitches we've had so far. So I will now give an opportunity to the judges to just reflect on what they've heard so far. And always remember that this is a developmental process. So we also value the feedback from the judges that you can take forward. So over to you, judges. I see a hand is up. Go ahead.
Yes, Patrick. One presentation is missing. There are supposed to be 4.
Yes, we are aware, but it doesn't look like the other participant is around.
I'm here.
Well,
I did have a network problem at the time, but I'm here.
Brilliant. Yes, of course, we didn't see that you had joined, but at the time you were up. You were definitely not here. So Patrick's question came at the right time that you are here. Otherwise, it's okay. So let's maybe hear from you then on your projects titled the Ecological Solidarity Farm Role in Climate Adaptation. So I will time you accordingly now, and you may start. So just a note to the judges, so please go back to the second candidates on the project, the Ecological Solidarity Farm Role in Climate Adaptation. Over to you, Rennie, you can go ahead.
So everyone, I'm Engineer Raman Antoine, but you can call me Rani. I am a 21 human rights activist and a capacity builder. And today I'm here to present a project that's not just innovative, but it's about empowering marginalized communities to combat climate change, and we call it the demo farm. You see, climate change isn't just about rising temperature. It's a matter of life and death. Vulnerable communities suffer the most for it. GBV, outspoken survivor that I work with, or LGBTQI community that I'm part of at the rural level have a lacking access to resources like finance, knowledge, and communal goods to fight climate change. The 2022 gender equality analysis made by the Minister of Population, or the jealous study made by the Consortium for Justice Climatic of Gender Equality Forum show it. So that's why we have created the Demo Farm, a project that combines climate resilience, social equity, and capacity building. We are bridging the gap by providing this community with space and technical support they need. But this isn't not just a feel-good project. It's a game changer in terms of adaptation and climate justice. We have already seen success stories in Ghana, in Kenya, and also in Madagascar. And beyond, we have seen similar initiatives have doubled and even tripled crop yields. The demo farm is scalable, and it's aligned perfectly with international climate agreements, national policies, and sustainable development goals. But we need your support to make this project to the next level. We are seeking for the full grant, as we will need it to provide a space, to provide training, and to provide materials for the marginalized communities at the rural level. We are seeking to implement the project in Antananarivo and to work with the community of Imer-Mandrus to be able to empower 40 marginalized champion women and men alike, so they can not only be protected in terms of social justice and climate justice, but also become ambassadors of agroforestry and ecological farming. The business model will be the classical one, the business model of a farm. So we don't have any doubt about that a project will be sustainable. Thank you. And we are hoping that we can make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rennie. We will now move over to the first reflections from our esteemed judges. I will mention their names only, and I would encourage them to please, in a few seconds, just introduce who they are and at least which institution they're from, just as we see them as part of your your extended network and as resources. So we have Leva, who's obviously our alumnus from last year's cohort, Lara, Pfizer, Patrick, and Paula. So over to you in no random order. And since there's 5 of you and we have 15 minutes, if you could keep it brief to 2-3 minutes reflections each. And thank you very much. You can go ahead, Patrick. We'll follow with Paula.
Thank you, Pumulani. I'm Patrick Chivaya from Uganda, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Climate Change Adaptation Innovation, a think tank that works in the climate change space. I've listened very well, and I want to thank all the 4 presenters. These are my thoughts. Presenter number 2, the names are quite difficult for me to pronounce. Presenter number 2, Arrow. I think you articulated the problem very well. By the way, all the projects have good potential. It's the articulation that we're now looking at. The first one, the Promote Climate Education Through Innovation Hub in Madagascar, the introduction and the background do not link properly. You need to strengthen that. Whereas the solution is also not well articulated. I didn't grasp what you really want to do. Presenter number 2 was very articulate. The linkage between the background, the problem, and the solution was very well articulated. Congratulations. Number 3, waste management for sorting and composting. You did a fairly good work, though the solution is still hazy. You need to articulate the solution a little better. And Rani, the objective is not clear. I didn't get what this issue of ecological solidarity farm role, it's not clear what it is all about. The problem is there, but the issues and the solutions are not clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those reflections, Patrick. They're very much welcomed by everybody. We will now move over to Paula. Patrick, is your hand up or was it the original one that I need to lower? Okay, brilliant. Over to you, Paula.
Thank you very much.
I told you these judges are esteemed.
Thank you very much, Pumulani, and all participants. It's really exciting to hear how far you are going with your project ideas and solutions ideas. Thanks for sharing that and for the great presentations. The 4 presentations were really good and inspiring. I have some specific comments on the first presentation, and I will also apologize, just like Patrick. I will rather not try to pronounce your names because it's challenging. But the first presentation on the capacity building hub for education on climate change, my understanding is that there's a need for more specificity in terms what the hub will solve, because capacity building for whom, what type of capacity, for what purpose, using what methodology. At least one type of specification or differentiation will be important for the solution to stand out and to be able to really deliver. Sometimes focusing is hard, but it takes you further. On the second presentation, very interesting and innovative idea on the flies. I was left with some questions, which is especially regarding on, we are pitching for the Solutions Lab. What stage is the project? and what difference the Solutions Lab could add to this project at this stage. These are some of the questions I was left with. And also something more specific maybe, but what if there could be any impacts of the flies in terms of the ecosystem, any types of ecosystem disruption, if I understood correctly. So that would be a specific question I would like to understand further. Are these native flies? Are they, how would that work? On the third presentation by Elodia, and I love to see how the three presentations are all connected to the key sector in Madagascar, agriculture, and the role of communities. I would be interested in seeing in this presentation the potential for scaling the project. What would be the potential for scaling the project, and also how would the beans and the composting systems be managed? What's the vision for the sustainability of the system? Who would be responsible? With what funds would the composting system be managed? And on Rennie, for me, it's very interesting to see how also you are looking into networks from other countries. I think that's very interesting to explore the potential of South-South cooperation. I would be keen to hear in your pitch more about the difference that it would make in Madagascar, like how the ecosystem looks like and where's the gap, and what do you foresee that's needed for this network to take place, and what the project would do for ensuring this network arises. Thanks.
That's a very rich feedback for each of you. So I'm hoping you are taking notes at this stage. Any other thoughts from the other judges? I see Faiza is ready to give her own wisdom. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Phumlani. So, hi everyone. So I think you've met me like these past months, and it's really nice, like the days today, to see all of you pitching. And I think like because I'm a e-learning content designer, so visual is really like what I play around with every day. And then when we're talking about pitching, it's also with the clarity and then with the creativity. So I would like to just comment on that. I just feel that especially like presenter 2 is really great with using vivid imagery, because we're talking about a very limited time, like 3 minutes, for the judge, for me to also like listen to you, and then also to see this image is really very helpful. And I think you did a really great job with that. And also with the use of image when it's not aligned, it also doesn't help with the clarity. So I think that's a note for presenter number 4. So it's a bit vague for me. That's why it's always important to know to be aligned with your points and also the images. I think, I would like just to be brief. So I think that's what I have on my side. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much for that, Faiza. Liva and Emmanuel, anything from your side?
Yes, hello everyone. I don't have any very many things to say, but thank you so much for the participants for this presentation. That was a great project from you guys, but I have a few points to add. My first question, maybe this is just wondering, maybe you already have started, or it is just like a project that you want to start. It is better if you guys already started also. And another thing is it is better to make more concrete the link between climate change and the project itself. I would say more practical, like presenting something like more practical. And as Paula said, it is better if we make it more scaling, like bigger, because climate change is something big, you know, guys. So, and lastly, I appreciate the project, all the projects, because it talks about education as it is a great problem here in Madagascar. And also it talks about waste management and the agricultural things, which is a great issue, which are great issues here in Madagascar. So I think that's it from my side, but these are a very good project. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Emmanuel, thank you for that, Levan.
Thank you very much, Poulani. From my side, I don't have comment. I think my feedback has been expressed by all the other judges. So thank you very much.
Perfect. So we now enter first. Let's welcome Lara, who's also our fifth judge in this part of the pitches. She had internet problems earlier, but you are very welcome, Lara, and we are entering segment 2 now of our pitches. So we've got 3 pitches from Kihanira, Ibrahim, Messi, and Fiona. So we can start with you, Ibrahim, on the Ugandan project titled Turning Coffee Waste into Climate Solution, an innovation for biocomplete compost. So without further ado, over to you, Ibrahim.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, if you can just make it full screen. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's an afternoon here in Uganda. My name is Kihanira Ibrahim. How would you like to turn one of the world's most popular beverage into one of the powerful climate solution? Every year, coffee production generates over 23 million tons of waste, which is enough to fuel just 820,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So that's one of the issues here. In our area, coffee production generates about 100,000 tons of coffee pulp every year, which is equivalent to the weight of 20,000 elephants. So most of this waste is dumped into open places, rivers, fields, causing severe environment and social problems. According to the recent study by the World Bank, coffee pulp is responsible for 16% of the total greenhouse gases in the coffee production in Uganda. So which means every cup of coffee everyone takes is contributing to climate change. An example here, one of our neighbor here, he was dumping his coffee pulps into his farm, thinking that it would be magic to help him improve the soil fertility. But then the soil just deteriorated. He can't even produce anything. Now he moved up to town where he can barely make anything. So the solution here is to make biocomplete compost. It's a new way of turning coffee waste into gold, a natural fertilizer that makes your soil healthy, your crops happy, and your planet green. A composting method which emphasizes bacteria and fungi to transform coffee pulp into an organic fertilizer. This organic matter is transformed faster and better than any other method. This composting takes only 1 month to get ready. And it's not like the ordinary way of turning the compost into different ditches. You do it in one site. So within that 1 month, even it's not arduous for the women and children to take up this innovation. It's easy, it doesn't need a lot of energy. The benefits here, by using this biocomplete compost, you can reduce your greenhouse gas emission by 70%, save 30% of your fertilizer. So we are reducing even the use of synthetic fertilizers in the coffee farms and other farms in the agriculture sector. Here in the mountain Elgon region, increase the crop yield up to 50%, So by using this, we also improve the soil quality, the organic matter. When you improve the soil quality and the soils have aerobic aeration, then we cut the emissions of methane. You know, methane is a huge potent gas. So agriculture fields are known to produce one of the highest percentages of methane and carbon dioxide. By using this one, we make our soils aerobic, and then we reduce the emissions of methane and the other potent gas. So by using this, we enhance crop quality by increasing nutrient content of up to 25%. And also helping the pest resistance. So what I'm saying is, don't just take my words. In terms of greenhouse gas reduction, soil improvement, crop improvement, below are some of the links which really support this innovation, that it's really working. Below, I'm also showing you here that these are the pictures. Back we were implementing, Mr. Fulani told me to go and look for the potential clients to work with them. I visited two big coffee processing companies and also a group of farmers. When I met them, they didn't just let me go. After explaining them my innovation and what I'm willing to do, they said, no, we have the materials, here it is. They made me to do this, and I did everything with them. The first picture which introduced my pitch, I was delivering the compost. One of the company is called Newman. They gave me all the materials and told me, make that compost want to sit ready in 1 month, which I did in 1 month. It was ready. Now they have told me I'm going to be training their agronomist and also the sustainability manager to take up this initiative, because they were just throwing away the waste. Another picture here, this is one of the first, the farmer. I talked to a group of farmers, and also this, so one farmer delivered all the pulps and the manure to use, and he told me to train him. I trained him, and I used also this opportunity to call other group of farmers. So these are some of the pictures, but this was just done the previous month when Mr. Fulani told me to talk to the clients, and they told me to do this for them as a way to train and also introduce them. One company called Mountain Harvest, they also told me to make for them, and these are the piles I made for them. The lady called Nico, their operations manager, she offered me a composting thermometer, which I'm using. That's one of the things I've already got like through this innovation, but I'm using it. This is one of their sites. They told me to produce it to them to see how the innovation works. I did this just last month. So in terms of calling for action, finance our project today and help us reduce greenhouse gas emission and fight climate change.
By time now. You're on time. Maybe you can keep your slide while, well, you can't now because we have to move over, but thank you very much. I'm sure the judges will probably see your slide now and see your call to action. We can now move over to Mercy's project in Uganda. So in this round, we're dealing with Ugandan innovators. Mercy, you're up, and the project is titled Bamboo for Enhancing Climate Change. Adaptation, I'm sure that means adaptation and mitigation through sustainable industries for value chains to enhance livelihood. That's a mouthful, but over to you, Mercy, to explain more about this project. And your time starts now.
I'm Mercy Namplira from Uganda. I'm presenting to you Bamboo project, which is enhancing bamboo for enhancing climate change, adaptation and mitigation through sustainable industries for value chains to enhance livelihoods.
We can't hear you, Mercy. Are you saying something or frozen?
Bamboo, our only hope. Here in Uganda, we are facing challenges of deforestation due to fuel wood, coupled with other uses like urbanization, or population pressure. We are having agriculture, we are having industrialization, and harvesting for timber. All these are challenges which are facing our trees in Uganda and forests. According to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, 96% households in Uganda use fuel wood, and which is a major contributor now of deforestation in Uganda. And over 78% of the total energy consumption is being done in Uganda. This is declining and at an alarming rate of our forests in Uganda. We have some of the products which we can get through planting bamboo and use of bamboo. We are having food, which is coming from bamboo shoots. We can have charcoal, which is coming from bamboo cams when we carbonize them. We can have lamp holders and lamp shades, as you can see. We can do charcoal briquettes, which you can see here, which can help us here in Uganda. Just of recent, we had an executive order from the president where there was a ban, he put a ban on charcoal making from trees. So I'm suspecting and I'm thinking and I'm of the view that we can use bamboo to sort out this issue, sort out this problem. Now that the problem of deforestation, you can plant bamboo, which grows very fast. And this bamboo can carve down all these issues we are having with the deforestation, and you can have our trees as carbon sinks. They can stay forever as we use bamboo. My target groups in this session, I'm trying to target women. I want to target youth and elderly. In women, here, most of the time, some women are left behind, but here, when we use bamboo, we are going to use bamboo as the women are being helped in making baskets, weaving materials. They can do handcraft, they can get food, as you can see, and they can now improve and generate income for their livelihoods. Then the youth can be employed in these bamboo processing industries. They can be employed in bamboo plantations as workers, and they can now have jobs for their families and their future. Then in the elderly and children, most of the times there is malnutrition in these people because they are aging, they are there. So what we do, we are going to use bamboo since it has more nutrition that can, nutritious nutrients, which can help them to grow better. Then here I have a journey map. As I told you from the beginning, I started up a company, which is a Chloroplast company. Sometime back in 2014, I had visited China. I got a training from China, from Hangzhou, with Professor Ding. When I came here in Uganda, I decided I was doing this project with the chicken rearing, and I'm raising trees, seedlings for giving to people. But now in my chicken, we could plant maize and we just get low crop yields. So I just said, why can't I seek for more advice? And then I added the knowledge I got from China so that we can do bamboo. So I started bamboo nursery. As you can see, I planted bamboo plantation. I have over 20 hectares of bamboo plantation. I kept giving advice to people since I work with the National Forest Authority. People who could come for trees, I could give them advice. You can plant bamboo. People, you can see in that picture where people are holding bamboo baskets. This was a training at the National Tree City Center. People now are getting bags which are made out of bamboo. People are being trained on how to use charcoal briquettes. You can see them there. We used to use for brooding firewood, which could take a lot and which could destroy the forest. But today we can use charcoal briquettes to do brooding in our chicken poultry project. And now we are having at least clean energy. And I think if all these you people, if you support me, if you really will implement this project, we shall have clean energy. We shall have reduced levels of deforestation, and we shall have more carbon sinks in Uganda. You know, Uganda has been a part of Africa.
Sorry,
and now all this
time. You're on time, Messi. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for your passionate presentation. We will now, in that spirited tone, move over to Fiona Nalubega, also from Uganda. Her project is titled Waste to Energy, Biodiesel Cooking Solutions to Combat Climate Change in Uganda. And after Fiona's pitch, we'll also have a second round of feedback from judges. Fiona, your time will start when your presentation shows.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, but we don't see your slides yet.
Can you see my slides now?
No, maybe close your screen and then open it again.
I stop sharing, right? Okay.
Now stop sharing and then reshare.
Stop sharing.
Okay, let's try again now.
Can you see it now?
Yes, but not your slides. Maybe if you click on your slides.
Okay.
And Messi, do you mind muting yourself?
So on my side, it's showing my screen is shared, and I don't know why you're not able to see.
If you could open your slides before sharing, please.
Okay. Okay.
It just could be that you're sharing a different screen. Maybe you have two screens and you're clicking the one that shows your file, not the slides.
Okay. Share. Are you able to see the screens now? The screen now?
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So your time starts now, Fiona.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fiona Nalubega from Uganda, and I'm excited to talk to you about a revolutionizing solution that not only addresses climate change, but also is aligned with our collective commitments to gender equality, building a sustainable future. From this photo, you can see the ladies carrying firewood. That is a representation of what majority of Ugandans go through, because 95% of the Ugandans rely on fossil fuel and firewood. In Uganda, it's common to see girls and women carrying firewood, and as it's a daily necessity for cooking, and women bear the brunt of this burden. I would like to introduce you to Jennifer. Again, she's a representative of thousands of women living in similar circumstances. She's a mother of three and relies on firewood for charcoal for cooking. And due to the smoke and soot, her family is always having respiratory issues. And she has observed that the forests around her village have vanished, and she spends on average 20 hours a week to collect firewood. And I would like to point out to you her pain and what majority of the women in Uganda go through. And can you imagine a world where cooking isn't drudgery for most of the women, or doesn't contribute to air pollution, health problems, or deforestation? We have a solution. We have developed an energy-efficient cook stove powered by biodiesel from waste oil, and is tailored to meet the needs of households, street food vendors, and restaurants in both urban and rural settings. Our clean cooking solution is designed to transform the way people cook. It combines affordability, efficiency, convenience, and environmental consciousness. What is unique about the solution is that it is an innovative dual approach. It pairs the biodiesel fuel and the biodiesel cook stove. It also has a circular economy integration. It's convenient. We offer reliable and free delivery service. It's clean and modern innovation. The traction we have created two various prototypes of the cook stove, ranging from 1 to 5 liters, a cook stove with 1 burner and 2 burners. And currently we are piloting with 4 clients, gathering feedback for product improvement. The business model is operating on a circular economy, a lease to own and ownership for those who have cash. The lease to own model offers the flexibility for low-income households to pay between 6 to 12 months. The revenue streams we are looking at are biodiesel cell cook stoves and recurring revenue from the fuel cells. Our investment ask is that we are seeking 5,000 seed grant funding, and 55% of the money will be going to setting up a facility for biodiesel production, 20% for marketing and distribution, 10% for testing and certification of the biocook stoves by CRIC, the authorizing body in Uganda. We are looking at financial projections. We aim to retain 100 clients within the 12 months, and we are projecting annual revenue of 9,500 from the biodiesel cook stoves that are sold, each going for $95. And also we are looking at generating revenue from carbon credits that will be reinvested back into the project. Our team is entailing a dynamic team of renewable energy and climate change enthusiasts who are drawing strength and passion and expertise from various fields and background. That is me, Fiona, the project lead. We have Twaha, who is the mechanical engineer, Jackie, who has 7 years in solar and currently working with GIZ. Then we have Barbara, who has experience in strategic partnership, and then a mentor from Brazil, who is experienced in market design and economics. My call to action is that your investment in the biodiesel cooking solution will not only generate financial returns, but also make meaningful impact to address climate change, gender equality, and also ensure there is conscious utilization or consumption of products to maintain the quality or conserve the environment. Please join on this exciting journey towards a cleaner cooking revolution. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to take any of your questions and look forward to this discussion.
Brilliant. That was exactly on the dot, Fiona. And thank you also for another very spirited presentation. So we are now at the point where the judges have to give us feedback. But before they do that, I just wanted to acknowledge, you can share your face, Alem, who has just joined us and was one of the people that ran a session or two with you guys. Just to acknowledge her in the room, if Alem can show her face and say hi briefly. And then we'll just hand over to the judges to reflect on these three amazing presentations. Alem, are you there? Okay.
Hi, everyone. Yes.
Face.
Thank you, Pomani, for giving me the floor. I'm really glad I have the opportunity to join you guys today and see the fruition of all of your hard work over the past several months. So keep up the hard work, and I'll be here just rooting for you all and watching you guys put your best foot forward. So good luck.
Excellent. Thank you. Now to the judges, over to you. Maybe we can use the same sequence as we did last time. Paula, you can go ahead.
Thank you. I'll start then. So thank you very much for the great presentations and for tackling issues that are very important, very much at the core of mitigation to climate change. So thanks for working so hard on the solutions. On the presentations by Ibrahim and Mercy, it looks like you have, the feeling I got was that you have a lot of information and clarity on the problem you are willing to tackle and the potential of this problem to address climate change, which is very important. But in a pitch like that, it's important to keep to the key dates and key messages, key data and key messages, so not to overload with information and where we can get to the final concept. So I think in both cases, on a next pitch, maybe you can put less data and pick like 2 or 3 that after your pitch I would remember. And so also that the time that you get to everything that you want to say, especially the call for action, right? So I think that would be a joint feedback for both Ibrahim and Mercy. Ibrahim, Mercy shared a bit about your personal trajectory, and I think that's a lot of value. I appreciate that. Ibrahim, I think that would also be interesting on your case to add something about yourself. And on Fiona's presentation was very, very well articulated, very sharp. Thanks for that. My only remark or question here regards the vision for scale. I understand that this is the pitch for the first year to start operationalizing the solution and getting to the first sales. Amazing. And all very, with a lot of evidence. My question would be, what would be the vision and potential of this project to scale in the future? Thanks.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Paula. Any other judges' reflections?
Yes, those are very good projects. Just for Ibrahim, I really love your project. This is very specific, and you already started, which is very good, and you can develop it. Just a few things to improve it, like maybe you should make market studies and to know more about the customers and the demand, because this project has a commercial aspect or profit aspect. So you need to do that also. If in case you want to sell the product, you said in your project that you sell it, but there is no details about the customers and the MVP, the pricing, and so on. But this is a very good project. For Mercy, also a good one, but the same point as for Ibrahim. I would love to know if you already started also or not, and where did you start, and how big is it? All those details, I would love to hear about it. And also about the customer, as you presented pictures of products from bamboo. I don't know if you already have products or not, but it is better to present it if you already have it, and the pricing and the customers, the demands also. But this is also a really good project. For Fiona, a great presentation. Congratulations. The problems and the solutions are very clear. Thank you. And you already started also. This is very good and a good project. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Liva. Faiza, and then we would love to hear from Lara as well, who couldn't give her wisdom in the first round. But over to you, Faiza.
Thank you so much, Mulani. And it's really nice to see that this round is very spirited. I think because, like, you know, the engine has started already for the first round. So I think I just want to give like a broad feedback on the tone, like when it comes to like pitching, because this is what strikes me the most. When presenter number 1, he started like his pitching, like very confident. and also the tone or the excitement tone, as if like he couldn't wait to like, here, look, this is my idea, and like there's a lot of like ownership. And as a judge, it's so nice to see that. And the images that you use also, like being out in the field, is also great. Seeing that you have started and then you are really like going in the dirt, you know, and it's so nice to see that. And another thing I would also like to comment is the way you started your pitch with a story. And I think that's a perfect hook, which can also be taken as a note for another time. And also with other presenter like number 2 and number 3, like also sounds very convincing. And I really like seeing how much it shows your ownership towards your ideas. So yeah, that's my brief comment for this round. Thank you.
Thank you, Lara. You can go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm gonna be very quick too. Just like I wanna to point out like positive highlights of each one of you. The first one, Ibrahim, I think the community engagement, the stakeholder engagement that you put in is like really, really good. The training part and involving other actors within your solution. And also building bridges between food security and sustainability, I think is really great. Mercy, I really liked your journey map. I think for us to see the whole picture of your project is really good. It's like a highlight that I understand the others can use to present on the pitch, the journey map. And Fiona, I really like other judges also comment about it. When you characterize the person, when you bring Jennifer and you build this image of the problem and the solution with a person, it really gets like in the target. And I think this is a highlight for you too. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Lara. Any comments, reflections from you, Emmanuel or Patrick?
Not for me this round. My other judges have articulated everything for me. Thank you.
Maybe just a quick one from my side, and this is more or less for your future pitching. I think it might be interesting also to demonstrate a little bit in your pitching how the second phase it's going to make a difference in your solution, because I think that is what I missed a little bit in some of the pitches. But overall, I think so far the solutions have been very interesting, and yeah, and I just to encourage you to keep on with the work you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And maybe before we do the third round, just wanted to just also echo everything the judges have said, and and what I'll say is that you shouldn't feel bad if you feel that a presentation is missing something. Everything you've said, we trained them on this, including costs, inserting themselves in the presentation. Everything you are saying is exactly what I've been saying to them. So that's the good thing about it. But of course, the bad thing is that sometimes not everyone puts that into practice. And we've seen that with a few of these presentations complete. So I'm very glad the judges are raising these issues, because you're going to be pitching over and over and over going forward all the time. So we're going to now do round 3, which is going to be a combination of Uganda and Guatemala. So we've got 3 projects. One is Ruth from Uganda. titled Climate-Induced Migration and its Disproportionate Impact on Women in Uganda. The second one is from Luz, which is titled Use of Geographic Information Systems, GIS, for the economic valuation of regulation ecosystem services in Guatemala as a tool for early warning of carbon emissions and carbon sequestration of cloud forests in the private natural reserve in Guatemala. That was a mouthful, but I'm sure we'll hear much more from Luz on that. And then the third one will be Milady, also from Guatemala, with a project titled Local Model of Forest Restoration based on climate information in the dry corridor of Guatemala. And we'll round that up with the judges, and then maybe I'll take you through the next steps. So, Ruth, this is your moment to shine now.
Hi, as usual, not very good. I want to find out if it's okay for me to present, and then maybe I share my my slides later, because the computer is trying to act up. Is that okay?
Sorry, say that again.
I'm inquiring if it's okay for me to present. Then I share the slides later, because I share my screen later because the computer is trying to act up. I tried earlier on and it's freezing.
Okay, that might disadvantage you, and I'm wondering if we shouldn't, perhaps on our side, share your presentation. Because I'm
Can I
a
send
little bit
right now to share for me, because my computer is trying to acting up.
Just hang on. I'm going to see if we can't find your.
We could start with another presenter as we sort out that presentation.
Maybe let's do that. That's a good idea. So, in the interest of time, so let's do Guatemala then. Shall we start then with you, Luz? Please go ahead.
Hi, I think Luz isn't on the online.
You go ahead then, Milady.
Okay, I'm gonna start my video and I'm gonna start sharing screen. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna zoom in.
That's right.
Give me 1 second. Okay.
Perfect. Your 5 minutes starts now.
Okay. Hi there. My name is Milady Stephanie Cornejo Arraza. I am from part of the Green Development Association of Guatemala, Aso Verde. And I'm presenting to you the local model of forest restoration based on climate information in the dry corridor of Guatemala. So, what's the problem? Our problem here in the country is the loss of forest cover and change of land use. The soils are being used for agricultural purposes, and it's changing from forest, and it's now being introduced to produce corn and bean. This is happening especially in the dry corridor, especially in rural communities where they prefer loss of forest in order of gaining money. What our proposal is demonstrating to the people of the rural communities, and also we want to convert forest management to become a profitable and attractive alternative where the owners of their lands can receive money without removing the forest. Marketing non-traditional forest products such as briquettes, pellets, ecological wood, also as treated poles and treated wood during the years of the project. What will be the process? Well, the process, or what we're going to try to make is making connection with a processing plant that provides production services for forest owners at attractive prices. What we're trying to do, what we're going to try to do is buy for these these plants, for them to buy the products, buy the wood, the raw wood from the owners, buy it, process it, and then sell it. And that way it can become a cycle and make already connection and contracts with the owners, so they can already, so we can leave an established contract with the owners and the plant. The impact that we hope to receive is the increase of the income of the people and living in rural areas. Also, the reduction of migration by showing them that they can work their lands, that they can make money in their proper lands without having to move out of the country. Also, we're going to try to increase the forest cover, also the reduction of carbon dioxide concentration, and the increase in the promotion of sustainable forest management. The finance and the participation is that the project itself will have a total cost of $120,000 during the lapse of 3 to 4 years during the entire time of execution. We will obtain forestry incentives from the National Forest Institute here in Guatemala, known as INAB, to help us with the financing, as well as from the Gremio Forestal de Guatemala, that will contribute to the financing also through incentives, and as well from our association, Aso Verde, that will be helping the people with incentives, helping them with our technicians, helping them plant, and advising them during the whole process of this project. That's all. Thank you. Stop sharing right now. There you go.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that. That was great. I'm trying to see if Ruth is ready now. So unfortunately, Ruth didn't send her slides to us on time. But Ruth, are you able to share your slides now, or can you email it to me? I think it will be at your disadvantage to present without slides.
No, I think I can share my screen now.
Excellent.
Let me just do that right away.
Okay.
Just a second. I'm trying to. Can you see my screen?
Excellent. Yes. If you can just make it on full screen, and then we would be ready to start.
Just a second. Is that okay?
That's right. That's right. You can go ahead.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Atim Ruth. I'm from Uganda. I'm very passionate about gender and technology, and my solution is geared towards addressing the gendered challenges that women face that is brought about by climate change. I'm going to talk about the climate-induced migration that women experience. Climate-induced migration in Uganda is a pressing issue that is disproportionately affecting women who mostly bear the burden of this environmental displacement that has led to the loss of their livelihoods and increased their vulnerabilities. Most of them grapple with climate-induced challenges. For example, the prolonged droughts. There is also erratic rainfall patterns that affect output of their food stuff, and food scarcity. You know, all these exacerbates their already vulnerable situation, and this makes it hard for them to live a normal life. This has made many of them to also move from one place to the other. In the course of the movement, they get to experience very many challenges. And my solution is aimed towards ending this suffering and also promoting resilience and empowerment. I do present to you Women Strive, a solution that I have towards addressing this problem. It's an online platform that is designed to empower women that are displaced by climate in Uganda. This platform combines education, it combines skills, it combines training and access to economic opportunities, enabling these women to rebuild themselves and their communities. Just to expound a bit on what this product addresses, you know, many climate displaced women lack access to quality education, and this also perpetuates their vulnerability. So this platform is going to provide tailored education programs to equip these women with vital knowledge and skills. And from these classes, they'll be able to be empowered and to be able to make informed decisions that is capable to lead their families amidst all these uncertainties. And then also the sustainable agriculture, the trainings that I'm going to offer them through this platform will have an opportunity not to only enhance their income generating opportunities, but also promote self-reliance and also stop dependence on foreign aid, on external aid, which is always the case when disaster strikes. Also, economic opportunities are always out of reach for women who are displaced. So Women Strive, a platform that I'm trying to set up, will bridge this gap by connecting participants or the women to income generating activities, will help them access markets to sell their products, and so that their hard work can translate into tangible economic gains. Women Strive also aims to go beyond beyond an individual, because we do understand that communities flourish when women are empowered, and these women are going to be the backbone of their communities, and equality will flourish. What makes us unique, what sets us apart, is the fact that we offer a comprehensive approach to addressing not only the immediate needs, but also foster, long-term resilience. We do this by providing tailored training and sustainable agriculture, entrepreneurship, and digital literacy, because a tech-enabled, a digital right is also a human right, and we want every woman to benefit from this right. So our business model, our revenue model will combine grant funding, partnerships with local NGOs, and income generated through selling the sustainably produced goods on the behalf of the women. We do this so that the women can be financially stable, and also maintaining our commitment for social impact. So our call, we are seeking a $20,000 grant investment for a year to scale Women Strive. This will enable us to expand our reach, provide support to the thousands of women that are displaced by climate across Uganda. And this investment will be very crucial in building our tech platform, hiring dedicated staff, and expanding our training and support to other centers. We have a diverse team that is up already, and I'm building a team already that brings together people who have expertise in climate resilience, gender empowerment. I myself am a gender activist, and also technology, with a shared commitment to addressing climate-induced migration impact on women.
Thank you very much.
So we are really equipped to drive.
Thank you very much, Ruth. You're on time now. Thank you very much.
I think I'm done.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that. I'm glad you could present instead of narrating without a presentation. So we're at the final reflections now from the judges, and I'll give the opportunity to them. Thank you. I just wanted to check if Luz is not here. I don't see her on my screen, so I'm hoping she's still not here. So I think we can move on to the judges. I know, Patrick, you have to rush, so maybe you could start with your reflections so we can release you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for all the presenters. I would like to point out that because the Ugandan team's mode of language is English, they are more articulate than our counterparts from the Spanish-speaking presenters. But that notwithstanding, I congratulate those that are not traditional English speakers. Now, Milady, thank you very much. My take is the specific impact. You've drawn a big picture of what the project is going to be about, but the specific impact is still lacking. For instance, how much forest cover will be improved? And what is the ask for the solution anyway? So if you could be more specific about the statistics, how many people are going to be impacted, whom are you going to work with, etc., etc. Ruth from Uganda, again, the specific problem is not well articulated. Many people are affected by migration. This is an online platform. We have great problems of access of the internet. Even now, some of us have been unable to join this call because of access. So how will these women who are mostly migrating access this platform? Again, access has many faces. Literacy, are they literate? They may not even be literate, let alone internet literate. So we need to be more specific on the problem and on the solution. Whom are we targeting? Is it a certain type of migrant women who would be able to access this platform so that we have, instead of having a broad picture of people who may have problems migrating and who are able to access the education and the other things that this platform will offer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Patrick.
Yes. Can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So for Milady, I got the same point as Patrick. So thank you, Patrick, for sharing these points. And for Loop, your project is a more qualitative one. So in that case, it is a bit difficult to measure the impact, but I hope you can find it. So focus more on the fact that you can measure the impact of your project. And I am wondering if you already started also, because it is always better if you already started. So just it. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. Any reflections from Lara or Paula?
Thanks, Omlani, and thanks, Milady and Ruth, for your presentations and for all the hard work that brought you here. First on Milady, thanks for the great presentation and the clarity on the problem statement. In terms of the solution, I think more detail needs to be provided on what exactly the project is intended to do to add value and generate revenue from standing forests. So it was not fully clear. Maybe a bit more could be added on the proposal. It's positive to see that you have a vision of partnerships, to have a vision for the future on how to implement the solution, but it was not fully clear exactly how it's going to work, the profile of the community, you know, how this really grounds into concrete actions. And in that sense, would also be interesting to hear how do you believe that the Solutions Lab could add value to your proposal. And I think I'm not sure if you presented about who you were speaking in name of. Like, it gave the impression it's an organization. Well, you presented at the beginning, sorry, you presented, but maybe a bit more background on the organization. And Ruth, thank you very much for your intervention. My comment will go in very much line to Patrick's comment, which is how do we know that an online platform is the best tool to these women, and more specificity on the target group and why an online platform would be an appropriate tool to enhance their capacities. Will they have the time to engage in the trainings? Will they have access to internet? Where are they migrating to, and what is missing? That means that the platform will fill in this gap. So more clarity on that analysis of why this is the proposal would be great. And also on what is the added value of the platform. If we think about trainings, maybe there'd be different virtual trainings being offered, and what is differentiated in the platform for this target group. Thanks.
Just really quickly here, congratulations, my dear Ruth. I think the first one, the judges already bring the points, but just a suggestion that the business model and the journey map and other tools that the other pitches bring could help the first proposal of Milady to be more clear, to help bring the vision of the solution through these instruments. And the second one, Ruth, I think an interesting aspect is the technology, a platform that makes it possible to interconnect to various activities, which can be like a differentiator from the other proposals. But at the same time, it increases the costs and demands other infrastructure issues, like Paula speak. So I think this would be something to think about.
Brilliant. Thank you. Anything from yourself, Emmanuel, or you are covered?
No, I'm covered. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I think that then brings us to the end of these amazing pitches, and I would like for us to just switch on our cameras a little bit while we still have the pitching energy, and just take a group picture. Lara or Pfizer, I don't know if you want to help us with that. It's okay, Alem, if you can't show your face, as you excuse yourself. But if you can, please show your face. After that, we will then wrap up with the next steps, and I'll hand over to Paula to close us out. So, and before that, to you, Faiza, to lead us onto this picture moment.
All right, so I have every one of you on gallery view right now. Ruth, the camera is not turned on. Maybe you can turn on. I see that Ibrahim is smiling. Milady, Lara, nice. Okay. I'm gonna wait for a bit. Ruth, are you there with us?
And
Yes, I'm
Rakoto,
here.
you are very dark from our side. So I don't know if you can shift a little bit so we can include you in the picture. Brilliant. Stop right there. That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. All right. Ready, everyone? Is Patrick turning on? Cannot. Okay, ready. Ready with your big smile. On 3. 1, 2, smile. Okay, I think I got everything. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Phumlani.
Excellent. It wasn't my idea. It was Paula's idea, but I'll happily take the credits for the great idea. But thank you for that, Paula. Yeah, so we've come to the end, and I mean, I'm not going to repeat what the judges said. All I'm going to say is we covered all of this in the training and the dry runs. And there's always those who listen and integrate all these things together, and there were some, and these presentations tend to progress. But yeah, I wanted to just show you the next steps, which are very much similar to your own timelines that we shared with you. So we are currently here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So we've gone a long way since submitting. So we started on the 24th, and we've had the judges review your completed written assessments. And today we're here now. So I think that's also just a moment for a significant milestone. So we've done that. So what's next? So what's next will be that the judges will now go home, and having had this, and they've been scoring behind the scenes, and they might want to sit with that and watch this again. And they'll share the results with us by the 13th, which is next week. And then the following day, the idea is for the judges to meet to rank order so that there is a proper recalibration and whatever recons that needs to be done, and that everybody's happy with who goes through to the lab. And the key date here, of course, is the 18th of September, which is the date where we plan to announce the results publicly. And then we'll take a little bit of a break for almost a month. And the idea is that the Solution Lab starts on the 26th of October for the next 4 months. So I think that then concludes my job today, and I'll hand over to Paul.
Thank you, Phumlani, and thank you, everyone. Just one key information for those who get selected and start the Solutions Lab while it's starting only in late October. Right after you receive your response, you will also be able to apply to attend COP28 because of dates that's an opportunity that will open as soon as the selected participants are announced. So stay tuned that although the Solutions Lab starts in late October, there might be some opportunities coming up before that. Well, to close the session, to say huge congratulations, an amazing work that you have done. It's super exciting to hear all the innovations and ideas and solutions that you were working on. We have the hard task of selecting some, which doesn't mean that there's a lot of richness in each of your ideas. So I truly hope and support that even if your idea doesn't get selected, that you can pursue it to other means and keep us updated on how it goes. Maybe we can meet in other corners. And for those who get selected, get ready for another exciting 6 months or 4 months. Thanks, everyone.
Brilliant. Anything from UNU side, or shall we close out here? Just wanted to thank the judges. I know Patrick needed to leave a few minutes ago, but had sacrificed to complete the process. And thank you, Lara, Paula, Emmanuel, and Leva as well as our alumni and Pfizer for showing up and being present this afternoon. Anything from UNU side?
No, Bulani, thank you.
Cool. So I think that then ends the session. And thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.